Namaste, everyone. I'm going to give you Kundalini Yoga for the serpent energy. The serpent energy is seen as Kundalini awakening, a deeper energy, a deeper life force. It is fertility, femininity, high creativity. It is seen as you can see the womb in which sublime energy can seed inside of this womb. So we're going to work with the NAGA sound current because it's going to help us cultivate the serpent energy, to help to move it, especially when it comes to the lower chakras, help to really move that sort of serpent energy, that creative energy through the body. And it's also going to give us this sublime state of mind, what we can call a transcendental state of mind. And I found the NAGA sound frequency to be the frequency that really unlocks the subconscious, really unlocks the mind. We talk about transcendental. This is definitely going to put us in that kind of hypnotic state. When we think of the serpent or we think of the cobra, right, that's sort of being hypnotized, right, being hypnotized. And a lot of that, hypnotic state has a lot to do with deep, we can call it past life regression. That's very, very working with that sort of hypnotic NAGA kind of frequency, but also like past life regressions when it comes to clearing out blockages within your Sattvic record, clearing out programs, beliefs, and self-limiting patterns or self-limiting programs. Right, this NAGA frequency, in my work with it gives you this liberation. It's basically, let us liberate, let me liberate you from your fear, from your trauma, from your never-ending karma, looping and repeating in the same kind of sorrow and suffering, right? So we can learn our lessons and move on. And that's kind of the hypnotic sort of NAGA state. When you're looking at cobra's eyes, there's a sense of I'm liberating myself, facing my fears. There's a sense of I'm facing my fears. And that's what, when you begin to unlock the subconscious, you're definitely going to be experiencing fears that come up so that they can be transcended, right? And this NAGA energy definitely works with that sort of that second chakra energy that has to do with our movement throughout time and space, and how we have limited ourselves, how we used to dance but no longer do we dance, right? We've stopped dancing, we stopped singing, we stopped chanting, we stopped moving our body in rhythmic ways that are just so delightful and just so freeing for the mind. In what ways have we gotten our mind in this sort of hold, in this sort of tightness, right? Where we're walking around like sticks, figures, robots, right? So this NAGA energy, in many ways, I love it for this time that is now with this lunar eclipse and full moon Sagittarius, because it's going to, again, that transcendental state of mind is all about liberation, right? So people can get that through climbing the Himalayan mountains, can get that through swimming through deep ocean, can get that through mantra recitation for 10 years, right? There's all these kinds of forms of the NAGA frequency kind of is embedded in these sort of activities. And when we think of these activities, we're thinking of, I'm liberating myself, I'm facing my fear, I'm facing my fear. I'm allowing my body to move. I'm opening up the movement in the body. In opening up the movement of the body, the Kundalini can raise, and also the creativity can begin to move into the mind, right? So we're going to work with this frequency, and you're going to feel that kind of hypnotic state as I kind of get way out there very quickly, because it has this ability to unlock especially this lower chakra energy, but also to unlock the sort of portal in the mind where you're able to really empower this lower chakra, this kind of opening up a portal in the mind where you can really begin to access these celestial frequencies and these sort of this divine and sort of pure timelines, really getting in touch with your sacred dance, your sacred movement throughout time and space, and how these beliefs, limitations held in the subconscious due to fear, trauma, karma from past lives, from childhood, from society, and how that is basically blocking the flow of this creative movement that wants to come through, right? And how we can unleash it, and how we can really experience the sort of purification and the transformation, right? We a lot of times associate this serpent as major transformation, right? We associate it as facing your fears. We associate it as paying attention, listen to your intuition, right? Being vigilant, being aware of what's going on around you, opening up your eyes, getting out of the illusion. So we're going to integrate this sound current into our embodiment as a method that we can use, we can access, that can help us to get ourselves connected to that sort of subconscious and really start to move and shake that subconscious, to liberate that subconscious, right? So things were gonna come up, things are going to move, you're going to be revealed things, right? We talk about, going to the Peruvian shaman for the ayahuasca journey, right? We talk about that sort of transcendental state, and I find this naga to be very similar. I mean, if you were to do this for hours and hours, in many ways, there's a similar kind of quality of the mind that you are basically cultivating with this particular sound current, that very much I find, I mean, I've never done the Peruvian ayahuasca type of journey, but I definitely see that sort of unlocking of the mind and the higher creativity. But also we'll be using type of movements, type of sort of consolidation, type of a guide, right? Calling in a guide. That's what we do when we do, Ang Namo Guru Dev Namo, right? We're calling in a guide so that we can help us navigate through all of this creative energy, that serpent energy, the immense creative energy that is polarized, right? Where it's not just light and love. There's a sort of polarization to it. The serpent is in this sort of polarity realm. We've seen as the sting, or the cobra bite, and we're also seeing as the liberation, which is facing your fears, the transformation, the kind of seen as the emergence with your soul, seeing you manifesting your soul on earth, right? So it goes on both sort of sides of the table when it comes to us. And the guide is, when we think of Ang Namo Guru Dev Namo, that's like a guide. So when we open that, there's a sense of having a very wide heart, right? When you make that heart very wide, right? Make that heart very wide so that we can really trust ourselves, and we can really get into the art of transmutation, transformation, so that we can move through it with a sense of intention, with a sense of, okay, I'm going into this, going into that, so I'm wanting to I have an intention to learn the lesson, to be awakened in some way, to be activated in some way, to be uplifted in some way, to let what is dead to be dead, right, to move on. So that's where we talk about our intention. That's where we're talking about we're guided to it for a reason, right? And when we have this sort of the mantra like Ang Namo Guru Dev Namo, that kind of self-mastery type of frequency as well, when we are presented with these initiations, you could say, right? challenges that happen when you are kind of unlocking the subconscious. It's like going into like a house that has all these sort of secret chambers and these sort of unlocked doors, and it's like a puzzle, and you got to kind of really solve it and resolve it, right? But how we do that is through that kind of that heart intelligence. That's why we work a lot on that heart intelligence. And basically just holding your hands in prayer is working on the heart intelligence. Okay, so bring the hands together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to chant. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale. Exhale. Now imagine around you 4 pillars of light. Spin the sound to the right, behind you, to the left, ahead of you. Spin it around. Visualizing a royal gas stove blue. Inhale. Adgare name, Jagadgare name, Sadgare name, Sri Gurudev name. Adgare name, Jagadgare name, Sadgare name, Sri Gurudev name. Adgare name, Jagadgare name, Sadgare name, Sri Gurudev name. Inhale. Squeeze up, press the tongue on the roof of the mouth. Exhale. Now we're going to come into cat-cow. So inhale, inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Inhale, stretch. Stick the butt up, squeeze sex organ, rectum, navel, belly button to spine. Open up the throat. Press the tongue on the upper palate. Exhale around the back, squeeze belly button to spine. Really activate the lower abdominal. Squeeze pelvic area forward and up. Tuck in the chin. Feel space in the back of the neck. Inhale. Exhale. Now breathe long and deep as you bring your forehead to the earth and hands in prayer above the head. Really feel your heart connecting with the earth. Really even stretch the armpits, really open up the butt. Feel the sort of arc in the back. Feel the belly come into the earth. Inhale. Exhale. Now come seated. And we're just going to do a breath of fire to really activate the furnace, really awakening that furnace. So think of your navel as a furnace. So your perineum, if you're a woman, is the entryway of the vagina. The furnace is the navel. So we think of furnace, we think of fire. When we think of fire, we think of what? The digestive system, the metabolic system, right? That sort of metabolic machine, right? We think of the engine, right? When we think of turning the food, right? The elimination of it, right? When we think of a fire, like a fire ceremony, where we put our intentions in the fire, what am I releasing? I write it down, I put it in the fire, I watch it turn to ash. It is eliminating, it's going through a sort of transformation process, right? The paper turning into the ash, basically turning into nothing, right? So that when we think of the fire, right, we're thinking of the sort of navel, the furnace. So, I put in my fire when I'm trying to release, when I'm trying to eliminate, because the fire has a lot to do with burning of karma, burning of karma, burning of karma. And then it's also about when you're burning of the karma, like a forest fire, a natural forest fire, right? You're thinking of it's trying to eliminate something. Could be a disease, right? There could be something in the tree system that is something that needs to go, something needs to be burned off, right? So the forest fire is a way of cleaning it. So when we do a lot of fire, there's a sense of cleaning it out. Like the forest fire, it's taking out the disease in the sort of tree system, the land, basically, and any sort of major disease that may be kind of lurking around or sort of stagnant or just kind of sitting there, possibly spreading. It wipes it all out. Sort of, it's what we call a major kind of purification, right? Same thing happens when we ignite the fire at the navel. So, but we turn on the pilot light, which is the perineum. So when you are with your heart pressed onto the earth and your hands in prayer and your butt is sticking straight up, what's happening? Your perineum is opening, especially if you're a woman, right? You think of your rectum is opening, your perineum is opening, right? So when you're, visualizing of the energy moving, you're visualizing turning on the pilot light, really, sort of opening up that kind of, that first primal channel, which us is the vagina. That's the first primal channel that we come into through, right, the sperm in the egg, right, that type of thing. We come out of coming out of the mother, right? It's the first sort of primal, first fire that's created, the first kind of the primal force of us, right? So we turn that on, then we get the furnace, we get some warmth, we get some movement, we get some passion in our belly that gives us the will, right, to keep going, the stamina, the determination, these type of things. Why do we need that? For the heart. Our heart has a life mission, a life purpose. Our heart has a desire to heal, to grow, to excel, right? But it needs fire, it needs passion, it needs some sort of keep going or encouragement, right? It needs some kind of stamina, it needs some kind of work ethic, some type of craftsmanship, right? So that's why the heart and the navel is very much their hand in hand. They rely on each other, right? The heart is basically the pedestal, right? The navel is keeping the heart on a pedestal so that the heart can have its dream, pursue its dream, do its thing, fulfill these agreements that it has in the soul level but being strong, you know, having the strength of your roots, of your ancestors, the strength of your legs, have horse's legs, right? So that you can walk the long walk, right? Reach your destiny when we think of that, right? So that's a lot to do with the perineum, the furnace. Like if you're walking the Himalayan mountains, you definitely need the strength of your legs, right? For sure. And a lot of us, you know, we'll say Americans, we go there, we're probably wounded real quick, while people who are in that geographic region, who basically their life revolves around walking long distances, walking up very steep incline and decline, right? That's nothing, because they have strong horse legs, they have strong navel, right? They have the furnace, they have the pilot light, they have a lot of heat in their belly, right? And a lot of that can be spiritual heat. Like when you're hearing the sort of I like to say the morning japji, you're hearing it. What is it doing? You may not even have food in your belly, but that's giving you food. It's giving you fire. So there's such thing as, we think of food as fire, food as energy, but then there's a spiritual energy, right? And that spiritual energy gives you the fire. So even if you have a mono diet and all you eat is rice, right? You're in that kind of culture, or you're in that kind of maybe isolated region where that's all you have, or something like that, right? And you're alive. You're alive. Your community is alive, because you have a fire. You still have a fire. And that we talk about a spiritual fire. And why do we fast? Because we want to replace the fire of we call the food fire, right? That kind of, you know, the food energy, and we want to replace it with a spiritual fire. So when a lot of people do that kind of fasting, it's because they're testing their limits, right? They're trying to break through their blocks, right? Which also correlates to emotional and mental. It's about a purification, because when you have that fasting, in many ways your engine's actually going even more, in many ways, that fire. And when you, for example, you're undergoing you're waking up to the, you know, morning japji, and you know you're on a period of fasting, that becomes your food, it becomes your energy. And this is something that's common, that has been practiced for many generations, right? In that furnace at the belly, what does it do? Your heart is the vent. Your heart actually is the flame. So you turn on the pilot light, the navel, the entryway of the vagina, right, if you're a woman, and then you turn on the furnace, begins to create heat, right? We think of putting wood in the furnace, you know, putting the heat, and then you think of the flame. The flame, the candle with the flame is the heart, right? And the mind is simply, we can see it as the sort of the space that holds it, the kind of empty space that holds it, right? We can see it as like the glass, and that's why we clean off the glass that's, you know, can say surrounding the candle, why clean it off, so that it's always clear, so that the light can shine through. If the glass around the candle gets very dirty, what happens? You can't see the light coming through, right? So just bring your hands into Gyan Mudra, and then just do a breath of fire. Even inhale, exhale through the nose. So why do we light the candle of the heart? Because in lighting the candle to the heart, we're giving ourselves faith, we're giving ourselves life, we're giving ourselves a life force. We think of the passing of the torch, right? A life force. Here is the life. Carry this life well into generations, right? We think of the mother of exiles, Lady Liberty, right? We're thinking of the woman who holds the torch for generations. She holds the heart. The torch is not seen as a mental, the mind is nothing to do with the mind, it has everything to do with the heart. Let me liberate you. Liberation is not something that you'll find in the mind, it's something you find in the awakening of the heart. And the wider the heart is, the more you are able to connect with your vastness and able to connect with the movement of creativity, and help to really bring that creativity into your subconscious fears to help you break through, right? So when you're climbing the Himalayan mountains, and what you're going to feel, you're going to feel the burning of your heart. The burning of your heart. Your mind's going to get all kind of confusion. Your mind's going to be like, what am I doing? Why did I do this? You're going to feel the burning of your heart. Your heart's going to be racing. It's going to be, what kind of life is this? What am I doing? My life is going to, I'm going to lose my life, all this kind of stuff. What is going on? I can't walk up these stairs. Like, what is this? Your heart's going to be racing, pumping blood. But what's going to happen is the fire of your heart is going to enter into another state of human existence that many people don't experience. It's a more liberated plane of existence. And that is the heart ability to reach total contentment with one's life. Very, very powerful, sort of elated, exalted, ecstatic, even exotic kind of expression that it happens within the burning of the heart. Total joy in the pain, in the what am I doing, what the fuck is this, the total joy of that, the ability to have victory in the contentment of what you have chosen in this moment moving forward. Bless me. Inhale, squeeze up, press the tongue on the roof of the mouth. Exhale. Now we're going to start to listen, and we're going to start to do some sort of serpent movement. So everything is kind of like a serpent movement. We're going to really kind of embody that through the different sort of positions that we're going to have. And just listen, and then just kind of bring that in. So interlace the fingers and just go like this. Kind of creating a sort of serpent movement. Listen, open the heart. It's nothing like, it's not vigorous, it's hypnotic. Hypnotic can be very subtle. It's not loud, it's subtle. Just listen. Breathing long and deep. Face your fears. Allow this frequency to liberate the subconscious. See the generations of people liberating their lower chakras, their addictions to sex, their obsessions, bad behavior, disgrace when it comes to money, currency, when it comes to their desperation and low intelligence, when it comes to food and water. And see that kind of spiritual endurance. And see in your lower chakras, see the movement of liberation as you uncage your sexual, sensual energy and begin to bring fulfillment to it, to actually fulfill it. It's hungry. It's not hungry for mindless sex. It's not hungry for blood money. It's not hungry for more food, for all the water in the world. It wants to be fed your creative passion. It purifies the water in your body, purifies the food you put in your mouth, and it purifies the money, the currency exchange. See the generations of you and liberate beyond it. Move on. Gain the life force to make the pilgrimage, to walk the long distance, to find a new dimension, a new place of transformation. Okay, inhale, reach up. Exhale. Now we're going to come into Cobra, continuing to listen. We're going to, in Cobra, to the best of my ability, I'm going to move your shoulders down and around. And really let your head come up. Don't bring your shoulders to your knees. You really want to open it up. Really open up the heart, feel the belly. Breathe long and deep. Feel in the hips as well. It's not just in the shoulders. You're also moving also the whole sort of body. You feel like even the ankles. Keep going. In 30 seconds. This one can feel challenging. You really want to press back with the palms and the fingers. Really opening up the heart. Okay, inhale. Stretch back, exhale. Feel your heart opening. Do you feel the energy rising in the body? Now coming onto your knees. Now you're gonna this is what we call a hula, like a hula hand in Hawaiian dance. You're gonna bring it here at the heart, and then you're gonna kind of bring it out, and then back in. So it kind of looks like a wave, but it gives us that sort of NAGA kind of frequency that we're wanting to tap into. So reach it out, parallel to the ground. You're basically opening up the heart. Make it sensual. Make it delightful, pleasant. Close your eyes, breathe long and deep, and just feel your heart energy opening and unlocking. So it should feel very, very, you're feeding your sexual energy what it really wants. It wants intimacy that is inspiring, creative, divine, pure. Almost like you're massaging your heart, softening it, relaxing it, making it pleased, feeling that kind of orgasm that is very, very natural, very lovely, and beautiful, like red roses. Feel that energy rising, feel it moving. It's rising, it's moving. Keep it going. Feel it, you're gonna feel it. The hands, almost you see it like a flame. When you see a flame in a dance, your hands are like a flame in a dance. A dance with the wind. A spiritual dance. Purifying one's karma, setting them free from attachments, and empowering the lower chakra, sex, food, sex, money, food, water. Helping one to move beyond the control power games. Inhale, hold it here. Exhale. Now come seated again on your bottom. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move our sort of neck and shoulders around as we come forward and back. And you want to move the neck, the head too, so it's not just the shoulders, the upper body. You also feel the neck, the head. So you're going to feel the adjustment in the head, in the spine, just by allowing the neck to be loose and just going around with the shoulders, letting go a lot of that tension that we hold in the neck and the shoulders and the upper vertebrae. That's why the chi, the energy, can't get into the brain, because there's a lot of tightness. Breathe long and deep. Seems subtle, but we're really connecting with the profound sensations of our body. And you don't need to be physically physical to do that. Keep going. Focus now more intensely on the sound, feeding yourself, consume, digest. Think of it as sound medicine. Okay, inhale, straight spine. Exhale. Now you're going to come standing, and the part of really accessing that sort of NAGA sound current when it comes to really liberating the human experience. So that human experience is not just this suffering, dwelling, grieving, fight with ourselves, hating ourselves, resenting our life, resenting this, becomes an experience of our mastery, of our strength, of our victory, right? Of our contentment, of our ability to heal, to lick our wounds, to feed our neighbor's bread, right? To encourage ourselves to create beautiful art, to set our mind free, to focus our energy on breakthrough, not on break myself, the brokenness of myself. The liberation is the fire that comes into your life as, wow, I have a newfound passion. The sun is giving me rejuvenation. I am rejuvenating myself from dead, grief, hate, torture, I'm regenerating myself, and that's what the fifth dimension is. This is what the sound current, let me rejuvenate you sexually, sensually, so that you can be more creative, so that you can tap into the real life force, an actual life force, not a dead type of energy, right? But an actual life force. I'm going to rejuvenate you, replenish you, make you renew. So it all works with the hips. The hips, if you're a man or a woman, it's a lot with the hips that really unlocks a deeper sexual energy, deeper sensual energy, that also correlates into having a mind that tends to be more sublime, that tends to be more generous, like that overflowing chalice of pure water comes through the hips, right? So stand up and just move the hips like the great sort of serpent dancer. So move it up and down like this. So I'm lifting my feet up. You see my toes are coming up. I'm bending my knees. My hands are doing kind of a serpent dance. So I lift it up, then it comes down like an infinity. Then the other hip comes up. It comes down like an infinity. You can go slow. You're gonna feel your ankles, knees cracking. Creating that infinity. The figure 8 is a very sacred number. Really bend the knees. You can go lower and then come up high. Make sure you're in that figure 8. You really want to stick the hip out. Keep going. Breathe long and deep. You're going to feel the fire of your hips. You're unlocking the hips, which is unlocking the mind. Breathe. You should hear your breath. Feel the heat. Feel the heat. Now begin to change as you're going infinity like this. Infinity, back and around. Bend the knees. And then hold the hands, the sort of wave-like hands here at the navel. Feel the heat. Come up and then come low. So infinity is like hip out, back and around, hip out, back and around. Now begin to come down as you kind of hold and then come up. So bring the hands in front of you. So you come down, hold it here, and then begin to come back up. Breathe long and deep. Now begin to hold the heart, press the hands on the heart, and then circle. I have right hand over left. other direction. Bend the knees. Now switch other direction. And then switch the other direction. Create a full circle with the hips. Okay, inhale, bring the hands down. Squeeze up, let the energy rise. Exhale. And then come seated. You feel the heat. I feel like I'm sweating. That was not that easy, right? Moving our hips. Some of us never move our hips. So now begin to move it out like this kind of movement. And you're also, the spine is creating this sort of serpent, like the spine, serpent. This is what the spine's doing. Okay, inhale, hold it here. Hold it there. We're going to change the mantra. You're going to chant, chant, chant to liberate, liberate, liberate. Hold it with security. See yourself secure in your position of life. The Kundalini is raising up into the heart. That's where we want it, up in the heart. Grounded, stable, uplifted at the heart. Close the eyes and chant as though you're chanting from the moon center, which is the chin. Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Namo Namo, Sarabha Shakti, Sarabha Shakti, Sarabha Shakti, Namo Namo, Pratambhavati, 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 Namo Namo, Kundalini Manti Shakti, Kundalini Manti Shakti, Namo Namo, Namo Namo, Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Namo Namo, Sarabha Shakti, Sarabha Shakti, Sarabha Shakti, Namo Namo, Pratambhavati, 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 Namo Namo, Kundalini Manti Shakti, Kundalini Manti Shakti. Feel protected, utterly protected. Namo Namo, Namo Namo, Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Namo Namo, Sarabha Shakti, Sarabha Shakti, Sarabha Shakti, Namo Namo, Pratambhavati, 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 Namo Namo, Kundalini Manti Shakti, Kundalini Manti Shakti, Namo Namo, Namo Namo, Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Namo Namo, Sarabha Shakti, Sarabha Shakti, Sarva Shakti. Namo Namo Pritam Bhavati, Pritam Bhavati, Pritam Bhavati. Namo Namo Kundalini Mantra Shakti, Kundalini Mantra Shakti. Namo 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 Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti. Namo Namo Sarva Shakti, Sarva Shakti, Sarva Shakti. Namo Namo Pritam Bhavati, Pritam Bhavati, Pritam Bhavati. Namo Namo Kundalini Mantra Shakti, Kundalini Mantra Shakti. Namo 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 Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti. Namo Namo Sarva Shakti, Sarva Shakti, Sarva Shakti. Namo Namo Pritam Bhavati, Pritam Bhavati, Pritam Bhavati. Namo Namo Kundalini Mantra Shakti, Kundalini Mantra Shakti. Namo 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 Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti. Namo Namo Sarva Shakti, Sarva Shakti, Sarva Shakti. Namo Namo Pritam Bhavati, Pritam Bhavati, Pritam Bhavati. Namo 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 Kundalini Mantra Shakti, Kundalini Mantra Shakti. Namo 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 Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti. Namo Namo Sarva Shakti, Sarva Shakti, Sarva Shakti. Namo Namo Pritam Bhavati, Pritam Bhavati, Pratam Bhavati. Namo Namo Kundalini Manti Shakti. Kundalini Manti Shakti. Namo 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 Adi Shakti. Adi Shakti. Adi Shakti. Namo Namo Sarva Shakti. Sarva Shakti. Sarva Shakti. Namo Namo Pratam Bhavati. Pratam Bhavati. Pratam Bhavati. Namo Namo Kundalini Manti Shakti. Kundalini Manti Shakti. Namo 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 Adi Shakti. Adi Shakti. Adi Shakti. Namo Namo Sarva Shakti. Sarva Shakti. Sarva Shakti. Namo Namo Pratam Bhavati. Pratam Bhavati. Pratam Bhavati. Namo Namo Kundalini Manti Shakti. Kundalini Manti Shakti. Namo 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 Namo. Inhale. Hold the breath. Press the tongue on the roof of the mouth firmly. Exhale and relax. Relax, relax, relax. And then we're going to do a breath. We're going to inhale 8 times, like a sniff. And then you're going to hold the breath, sustain it only a short while, and then so Shakti, right? The Shakti. Like a whisper, right? Like it just kind of, the T kind of just gently kind of just moves in the mouth. So you're calling in Shakti, the great mother, the great goddess. Shakti. You can imagine a white snake moving through inside you. Inside you. See the white snake moving inside you. And begin to chant Adi Sach Jugadi Sach Abi Sach Nanak Hosi Be Sach Adi Sach Jugadi Sach Ebe Sach Nanak Hosi Be Sach. Chant. Me, Jugat Gurine Listen. Ad Sach Jugat Sach Ebe Sach Nanak Hosi Be Sach Ad Sach Jugat Sach Ebe Sach Nanak Hosi Be Sach Ad Gurine Me, Jugat Gurine Me, Sat Gurine Me, Sri Gurudeve Me. As such to God, such ebe such nanak hosi be such. As such to God, such ebe such nanak hosi be such. Ad gare name, jugad gare name, sat gare name, sri gudeve name. As such to God, such ebe such nanak hosi be such. As such to God, such ebe such nanak hosi be such. Focus on the shh. Adgarename, Jugadgarename, Satgarename, Sirigudevename, Ad such Jugad such, Ebe such, Nanak Hosi Be such, Ad such Jugad such, Ebe such, Nanak Hosi Be such. Adgarename, Jugadgarename, Satgarename, Sirigudevename. Ad such Jugad such, Ebe such, Nanak Hosi Be such, Ad such Jugad such, Ebe such, Nanak Hosi Be such. Adgarename, Jugadgarename, Sadgarename, Sirigudevename. Ad such Jugad such, Ebe such, Nanak Hosi Be such, Ad such Jugad such, Ebe such, Nanak Hosi Be such. Inhale. Hold the breath. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. And continue. Now begin to chant Lakshmi, 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 Lakshmi. 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 Inhale. Hold the breath. Hold. Sip of more air. Hold. Cannon fire. Inhale, hold. Cannon fire. Inhale, hold. Exhale. Now listening deeper, shorter time, listen deeper, listen more fully, listen wholeheartedly, listen without fear, listen without fear, fear to walk the distance, fear, do not fear. Now hold your hands in prayer at the heart and see yourself as absolutely divine. See the white serpent, now the black serpent. See them dancing together. The black serpent, the white serpent. The black serpent, the white serpent. See them both See them both. The black serpent, the white serpent. See them intertwining within you. The white serpent, the black serpent intertwining, going up your spine. See the waters, the ocean waters. See the ocean waters. See the ocean waters. Allow yourself to toss and turn with the wave as you're moving under a wave. And as the wave rolls over you, it takes away the death inside you, the death, the grief, the death, the suffering, the death, the trauma, the death, the karma, the death, the habit, the death, the behavior, the death, the social group, the mindset, the death. Let it take away the death and give you pure life force, radiance. See, you're diving under a wave that's about to hit. You see above you as you dive under the waves, the ocean wave roll over you and take from you the death, like taking a clothing from you. Like when you swim in the ocean and sometimes you lose clothing, they fall off, they're carried away. See you diving under each wave with this pranic breath that can hold for a long time. And as the wave rolls over your swimming body, it takes the death from you. See the death, what is dead in you, let it die, let it be taken away by the ocean. Let life happen. Let your life force rise. Do not fear your life force. Let the death go, the grief, the suffering. Go into the ocean, dive under the waves, go into the ocean, dance in the ocean to the moon. See yourself dancing in the ocean. See your hips submerged in the ocean. See your hips soaking in the ocean. Swim under the ocean, swim in the waters. See the white serpent, the black serpent dancing inside you, spiraling up the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Now relax the hands. Relax the hands down. Shorter time. Feel the release. Now you can lay on your back as I'm going to play the drum of your heart, the drum of your freedom, the drum, the drum. The drum of your heart, the drum of your freedom. Inhale. Exhale. Kind of roll the body around. Bring the hands together. We'll tune out with one long Sat and short Nam. Inhale. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. And bow to yourself in your practice. So everything that we did put you in a more liberated mindset, a more liberated emotional state, a more liberated sexual and sensual state, and really give you a more you spiritually fed. You're spiritually fed, right? When you're spiritually fed with the fulfillment, the holy water of your creative fearlessness, the deathlessness, you are exuberant beyond the sublime. Thank you.